Today on this Rapture review, we're checking out the Premium Hickory Drumsticks by Balbex. Let's go. So for any of you guys that are unfamiliar with Balbex, they're a family-run Czech company and they've been going since around about 1987, so that's 23 years that they've been doing this. I wouldn't say they're the most well-known of brands, but they've been really hitting Europe hard over the past few years. They first came onto my radar about 5 or 6 years ago at the Manchester Drum Show, and I tried out the product there. I was super impressed, but because I was playing Pro Mac at the time, I was just like, that's it. You know, Pro Mac tunnel vision kind of thing. But since then I have tried them out a couple of times again and still very impressed with their product. And then a little while ago, the absolute legend that is Alex, who runs Amedia in this country, who everyone knows I have an absolute love for. He actually took on Balbex for this country, and so far he's been doing an incredible job. So naturally I got onto him and I got a pair off him, which I have been using quite a lot of recently. Now I've used this pair in a studio before lockdown. I went up to a place in Burnley called Suff Studio, and I was playing for the M24s. 4 days solid of drumming, and I used the same pair, and they stood up to everything. They just kept coming back for more. Obviously, yes, now they're all frayed and everything like that. I've actually been using these for recording drum covers and just practicing in general and that kind of stuff, really getting a feel for these, and I absolutely love them. They've stood up to such a beating. They're getting towards the last legs now, but they've lasted a lot longer than most of my Pro Mac ones, and that's saying something. So this isn't exactly a massively in-depth review or anything like that. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what sticks I was using, which these are the 5B Nylon Tip. I always play Nylon Tip because I like to get that really glassy kind of ting that you get on a ride. I like that clarity cutting through. With wood tip, I tend to find that it's a little bit dull, and I don't quite like that. I know that a lot of people don't like Nylon Tips because they break a lot, but again, after everything that these sticks have been through, and I mean absolutely laying into my ride sometimes, yeah, there's no kind of cracks around the edges. They're not going to pop off anytime soon. So they've constructed these incredibly well, and I'm very, very impressed. Now, Balbex sticks come with their kind of secret recipe, if you like, for a coating that they put on them. Similar in some respects to the active grip. However, with the active grips, I found that when your hands start getting sweaty, it tends to kind of get a little bit slippy. Whereas these, they were tacky, but not kind of leaving a residue on your hands, which was really nice. They found such a great balance there, where the sticks really stay in your hands and they're not kind of slipping and sliding all over the place if you get a bit sweaty, but they're still natural feeling. And I think that's one of the big things for a lot of drummers, is that they want a stick that feels natural on the butt end, and when you're grabbing it, you can feel the stick and you've got a little bit more response with it, but then they want it to stay in the hand. For me personally, I don't think this is going to be quite enough, because after a while, as you can expect, it kind of starts wearing down a little bit. So I think that if I was to use something like this, where it's not got any actual coating or it's not got stick wrap on it, I would then have to put stick wrap on it for it to stick in my hand, because my hands do get very, very sweaty, unfortunately, and they tend to the sticks kind of start flying about the place. Or I tend to over grip them, and I'll really, really grip with this hand especially, and I start getting pains and things in my thumb, and it causes all sorts of issues. Now with these, I didn't really get that. I got it a little bit. It's not something I've had for a while because I was using the stick wrap, but I started to get that with these towards the end of my playing. That's not necessarily taking it away from the stick itself, that's just down to my personal preference and my also stupid hand. But I really like the feel of these, and I think if I got something that was a little bit more suited to my style, something that's maybe slightly thinner, but then if I was to put the stick wrap on, then it'd be the perfect diameter and they'd stay in my hand just like my Pro Macs do. But then saying that, the biggest difference between my Pro Macs and these at the moment is that these are actually lasting a lot better. Additionally, These are hickory. I've been playing oak, which is traditionally going to be lasting longer anyway because it's a much denser wood, therefore it's a lot more hard wearing, so it's going to chip and dent and not split and crack as much. So Balbex do have quite a large selection of sticks in their arsenal, different sizes, different tips, lengths, all that kind of good stuff. So it's definitely worth checking out the website. I'll leave a link in the description below. But overall, I'm very, very impressed with these. Like I say, there are definitely pros and cons to these sticks. The con, as I say, is definitely only something that is a personal preference. And it is just that I would want something that's a little bit more grippy. So I would be putting the stick wrap on any future sticks. I think that's just, again, my personal preference in that that's how I like it. That's how I like it to feel. It's dead secure in the hand, but I'm not gripping it too tight. I know some people who hate stick wrap. Anything, any sort of addition to their sticks. They might even file down. I've seen that before. They've got sandpaper and they've just filed it down so that it's not got the lacquer on it and it's just completely natural wood. I mean, I think they're psychopaths, but it works for them, fine. The biggest pro, I would certainly say, is the durability. Because, again, these have lasted so long. 4 days solid in a studio, and then a load of practice, drum covers, and I'm not exactly the lightest of players. I'm not the heaviest of players either, but I can definitely give these a damn good thrashing. And as you can probably tell from these, I do rim shots on my snare. You get a much bigger and better and fatter sound, and that's one of the consequences of it. You get it really, really chewed up and everything like that. But these have definitely handled it, and it doesn't feel like they're going to break anytime soon. You're like giving a bit of there's no kind of cracking or anything like that, so they've still got a lot of life left in them. If you'd like to go and check out Balbex for yourself, as I said before, I'll leave a link in the description below. Alex actually has an introductory offer on at the moment where you can get a pair of Balbex sticks for $6.75. I mean, super high quality sticks for that amount of money. Under £7, you just don't get that anywhere. So get them while you can. Again, link in the description. Thank you very much for Alex for setting me up with these. Super impressed, and I'll definitely be ordering some soon. And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.